Ladies and gentlemen, we continue with John Evans on commentary, ably assisted by Andy Creme de la Creme. 6 3-minute rounds of boxing in the welterweight division. Introducing to you firstly, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing the blue, red and silver coloured shorts at the weight he scaled, 10 stone, 5 pounds. Tonight is his 12th professional contest, presenting from Birmingham, Ben Field. And opposing him, boxing out of the red corner, wearing the canvas coloured shorts, trimmed with gold. At the weight he also scaled, 10 stone, 5 pounds. His perfect record, 8 contests, 8 wins. 5 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Presenting from Basic Manchester, the undefeated Sugar Kane Gardner. Timekeeper at the bell, the always fine Gary Brennan from Burnley. Referee John Sargentson in charge of the action. 6 3-minute rounds.
Fellas, both know the rules. Keep it clean, nothing low. Watch your head. When I say break, take a step. Most important, defend yourself at all times.
Yeah, Ben Fields hasn't quite settled into that role as journeyman yet, has he? He comes to give his absolute best every time. If you tuned in last week, you'll have seen him give a very talented Akib Fiaz a real hard 4-rounder. Up in against someone his own size and weight this time, and both of them like to come forward. It's going to be all action.
Yeah, he's a couple of his defeats. He's fought, lads a lot heavier than himself as well. He fought the VIP fight, I think, is Ali Mahmoudos, and he gave him a tough night despite the weight he was giving away there. He's a good, tough fighter, and he's going to test a lot of VIP fighters. Yeah,
when we talk about. You can call them journeymen, you can call them opponents, who could have had a career if they'd stayed in the home corner and waited for opportunities. Ben's one of those, isn't he? If he'd been looked after, he would have been a winning fighter, but he's just decided his career's going down a different path and wants to stay busy, wants to earn a bit more and get regular work, and that's the only reason he's in the opponent's corner. Yeah,
I mean, you look at some of these journeymen and they've got, good amateur pedigree. One of the lads who was on before, Jordan Granham, he boxed all over. I'm a bit of a boxing geek. He boxed in Denmark, and he had a very stellar amateur career. And it's interesting to see how fighters turn out. Some people can't sell the tickets and decide I love a fight. Go on the away corner, and I'll do that every week.
Kane just getting busy with his jab here early, just trying to keep Ben at bay. Tell the people who might be tuning in to see Kane for the first time, who've got a big show and lots of new viewers, I hope. Just tell them, what Kane's style is, and you'll be well aware of him from the scene.
Yeah, Kane, bit of a box puncher, I'd say. He's a very nice boxer, quick hands, fit lad, sets a base. He's a bit of an all-rounder. As you said, we've not seen him yet where he's had to have a fight, but it's technically wise, he hasn't needed to. His footwork's that good, and he judges the distance very well.
He's just keeping that distance really well in this first round, isn't he? The jabs Ben just took one flush on the forehead then, but he's found his mark, hasn't he? Just not allowing Ben to get in close.
Yeah, Ben Fields is going to stalk from watching him, previously. He'll just stalk him all night, hoping that at some point in the fight he might switch off and he might be able to unload. Because he looks a very strong lad.
He's got their left up there, Kane.
Nice boxing there, Kane behind his jab.
He's just started to look in probably the last 8 months, I think, Kane, like a fighter who got that potential to step on a level. You expect quite a few of these new lads coming through to win the first 5 or 6, don't you, against the journeymen and get the records, but Kane's just showed some of the last 8 months that he might just have that little X factor needed to move up a level.
Yeah, definitely, Kane is a fighter that will, fight for titles at some point in his career. It's a change for him and his coach. They've both, been together as amateur and now professional. And they're both doing the journey. They're both learning together. And his coach very knowledgeable coach as well, and I think both of them, if they stick together, I think they will win titles at some point.
First round in the bank there, definitely for Sugarcane Gardner. Don't forget, you can comment on the Facebook stream and Twitter, hashtag VIP Boxing Live. Should we even bring back the old questions and things like that, Andy?
You know what?
Done it for a while, have we?
I think we should. It was getting a bit boring, wasn't it, with Luke? Luke's taking over now. He's too sensible. Do we still get our usual followers tuning in?
Yeah, we do. We used to have a little fan club, didn't we? Still tune in every week. Got loyal viewers. What would you be looking, if you were John Pegg over in Ben's corner? He's not the type of fighter to settle for a defeat. What would you be looking for him to do, Andy?
He's got to be closing the gap. He's got to close that gap, a lot quicker than he is doing. Maybe reacts, off the jab instead of stepping back as he is doing, slip inside it, throw a couple of feints. He's got to close the gap and obviously try and pin Kane in the corners, because like you see there, Kane's pivoting nice. He's a very, very good boxer and a very good mover as well. So, like I say, he's got to get that double jab right hand going, and he's got to try and pin him to the ropes.
There you go, just as you said that. Came with a double jab and right hand to the body. Comes with a right hand over the top.
Yeah, he can't be throwing a single jab. He ain't going to catch with, obviously, a mover like Kane. He's got to set that big right hand up with, himself. That's what he'll be looking to do.
Imagine Kane's just stick with that jab, keep the range, and just wait for Ben to overcommit. He's got fast hands, Kane, hasn't he? A good combination puncher. He'll be looking to capitalise on any little mistake as Ben gets more and more frustrated.
And as you can see, very mature performance here. Very, switched on and patient.
Mark Efron's joined via the live chat. You can do so too on the Facebook page, and he says, "Hello, Kremner." Mark watches any fight, doesn't he? If he was driving his car and he saw two kids fighting on the street, Mark would park up and watch it.
Yeah, he's back in training now himself. I've seen he's been doing quite a few Dust Hill runs with his Eamon Muldoon.
Yeah, back at Robert Rimmer's gym. Kane's just way too elusive, isn't he, so far for Fields?
Yeah, and it's people watching who, perhaps haven't seen his opponent before, Fields. They might be thinking that he's got an easy night's work, but he hasn't. He's just boxing that well, and he's judging the distance, and he's just not letting Fields get into any rhythm. Not letting him set himself. He's always moving.
So far, everything's coming off that jab. So far, so good for Ken Gardner. Look, plenty to come still on VIP Boxing tonight. James Moorcroft making waves at the moment. Come from the unlicensed scene, 10-0. He's fighting a guy, Jake Best, got a winning record. He's coming to take James's O tonight. It's going to be good. And we've got Jack Cullen against Jack Sellers. Cullen's done a load of tickets. I don't think Cullen has a dull round, let alone a dull fight. It's going to be fireworks at some point there. Andrew Fleming and Troy James, former British title challenger Troy James.
Yeah,
Andrew Fleming looked really good last time. That's a
good fight to
real
take.
Test, isn't it?
Yeah, a good fight to take so early on in your career. I remember when Joe Murray was being lined up with Troy James. That'd be a hell of a scalp on Fleming's.
Yeah, well, Fleming showed the form last time, but I know the team were delighted when we got offered Troy James, and he can't wait to get in there. And then rounding it off later, pretty much a surefire war, I think. Jack Flatley and Craig Morris. Looking forward to that one. But here we go, round 3 of Ken Gardner and Ben Fields. Yeah, when you're in the ring with a guy like this, Andy, and you've established the jab, you know, you're controlling the distance like Kane is here. At what point do you start getting more ambitious and starting to put things together?
To be honest with you, he's just got to keep switched on, obviously, with an opponent like Fields. Fields, you know, carries a bit of power, as you can see, when he's throwing them shots. And it's just important that you keep switched on and, you know, you stick to what the corner wants you to do. You know, maybe as the fight goes, you might feel your opponent's power dipping. You know, you can feel like with some of your opponents, all of a sudden the power can sap, whether they be weight drained or whatnot, and that's when to obviously start putting the gas on. It's little things like that. But obviously with an opponent in the field, you just got to keep switched on.
So far, Fields, whenever we've seen him in the past, he's specialised in dragging the other guy into a little war, really. You know, he makes it his type of fight, but he's just not unable to do that tonight so far with Kane Gardner.
Yeah, like I was saying before with Luke, it's a bit like, you know, Daryl Sharp. Them type of fighters love a fight, and they'll drag you into their fight if they can do. And, you know, Kane's not allowing Fields to, you know, drag him into his fight, because Fields is, you know, is a tough man.
How about Daryl Sharp in that last fight? It was some effort, wasn't it?
Yeah, great effort. You know, just a few rounds very hard to score. Say he's hard as nails. So is Luke Blackledge. That's a, you know, a fight that could have been fought in a phone box. Any boxing fan or anyone with boxing knowledge would have known that fight would have panned out the way it did. Just both of them going at it. Like you said, Luke Blackledge there with a whip rate. Daryl Sharp with the cleaner shots. It's how did you score it? I know I'd be interested in, you know, tweet into us or put on the group how you scored that fight. It was a good fight.
It was a good fight. Ben just trying to get off first there, but unsuccessful, and Kane getting that jab back in Fields' face. Exchange right hands. Was that a little stumble there from Fields? Maybe just lost his balance a touch. Rebecca Barker asking when Jack's on. You'll have to narrow it down a little bit, Rebecca. We've got a few Jacks on the card tonight. Good atmosphere building here, isn't there, Andy? You know, a lot of the lads have done big tickets. You know, it's an attractive show to be on, isn't it? And pretty much full up already.
You know, it's one of my favourite venues. You know, where it's, you know, just at the back of Bolton. Well, it is inside Bolton Wanderers football ground, and it does get a really good atmosphere. There's been some cracking shows here.
Yeah, it's one of the boxers do love it, because you probably can't pick it up on the cameras, but there's a balcony going around where the fighters get changed, and we can watch the action, can't we, while they're warming up and getting ready to fight.
Yeah, definitely. I prefer the changing rooms where you're locked away, but like atmosphere-wise, I think this is, you know, one of the better ones on the small hall shows.
Ben just got there with the right hand to open up this round. If he is going to make a fist of this, he does need to make a bit of an impression on Kane Gardner, but looks so far like Kane's got everything in hand. You know, you've got quite a, you know, we've got a choice here, haven't we, of light middleweights fighting tonight. We had Kyle Lamotti early with it. It's all totally different styles as well. We've got Kane Gardner, very slick combination puncher, and we've got Jack Flatley fighting for the English title later, who likes to get involved and can box. Well, Flatley is the classic box fighter, isn't he?
Yeah. Like I said, Flatley, he had a lot of amateurs as well. But they're all different styles for boxing fans. It's, you know, what style do you prefer, really? Who do you prefer? I'll put you on the spot.
Put me on the spot? Well, we're all at different stages of a career, aren't we, Andy?
Well swerved.
If we're talking domestic title level, I'll say Flatley. You know, if we're talking prospects, I think Kane's just shown a little bit more explosiveness maybe than Kyle so far, but I thought Kyle was pretty good today. You know, he's working the body, little stabbing shots. Kyle showed a little bit more in his first fight with Alex Matvienko, I think, today. Taking a few more risks here, isn't he, Ben Fields? Going looping shots.
I think he's been told by his corner to obviously try and put it on him. He's closing the gap a tiny little bit, you know, quicker. Gardner just keeping out of the way there with his feet. But yeah, he's having a bit more of a go in this round. He's, you know, seems like he's got, you know, he's putting foot to the wall.
Kane just caught him with a little right uppercut there when Fields opened up, and straight back on the jab.
Nice body shot there, landed off Gardner.
Fields comes back with his own. Definitely decided to have a real go here, hasn't he? Look at him calling Kane on.
Yeah, he's really having a go here. Like I said, they're just switching body shots there. Closing in on the end of the round now.
You're back into the swing of things, aren't you, Creme? You're getting back in the gym now. How are you finding it, combining training with a full-time job now as a firefighter?
Yeah, good. You know, when I walked back into the gym, Matt was saying been fed a little bit too well. It's, you know, the food good at the fire service. Hey, it is. Tell you what, it is. But yeah, it's back full steam ahead now. Training gives me a bit more bit more of a physical side to my game, hopefully. You know, all the lumping around ladders and oars, and you know, it's a really job I enjoy.
Something quite a few of these young fighters, a decision they have to make, isn't it, at some point in their career? You know, do they commit to it full time, or do they try and combine it with work?
Yeah, definitely. And you know, obviously with myself working four on, 4 off now, is, you know, virtually working less than half a year and doing a job I love. It's helping me, because obviously I was working in an office beforehand, so be interesting to see what I can do.
Yeah, Andy part-time Grumner back in a ring soon.
Yeah, you know, I've always said I'll win it. You know, I'm capable. Don't want to blow my trumpet. Capable of winning a central area, and that's obviously what I want to do.
Fields here just stepping up the pressure, taking a big right hand from Gardner. But that's a risk, isn't it? If he opens up on Kane, Kane's got faster hands. You know, he's putting himself at risk.
It was a nice exchange there. That Gardner's shots just obviously catching the eyes, thudding right hand over the top.
Yeah, we talked the fight up, didn't we? Said it was going to be a good one, and Kane just took all the drama out of it for 4 rounds. But Ben's looks like he's had a bit of a rocket under him, maybe from John Pegg, and he's come to give it a go for the last 2.
Yeah, like you say, like some fighters don't, especially when you're fighting someone who can, you know, whack like Kane can, don't want to take risk early on. They want to be warm into the fight, and maybe that's why he's taking a few more risks than he was early on.
Yeah, he got a nice little right hand in there. Kane just moved, and another one. There we go, Kane Gardner backed up, and Ben Fields, just as we were suggesting, he's decided to have a real go.
Yeah, he landed a good shot there.
Yeah, a little bit disorganised there, Kane Gardner. These are the tests we wanted to see, aren't we, though, Andy? This is what we expected he'd get from Fields.
Yeah, Fields just having a bit of a go in this round.
There, big right hand again from Fields over the top. And a left hook. Is Kane doing the right thing by moving, Andy, or would you be suggesting to maybe get in and just tie Ben up and ride this storm out?
He landed a nice little hook there, but yeah, to be honest with you, now he's on the road today, just tying him up, just buy yourself a couple of minutes and get yourself organised, get back behind that jab.
Ben's just succeeded, hasn't he, in just making Kane stand now in exchange. It's what we've known him for in his career on VIP TV so far, and he's even managed to do it here to Kane Gardner.
Yeah, like I said, Kane hadn't engaged with him all fight, but now he's sort of like trying to meet fire with fire.
Good round there for Ben Fields. And Kane, for the first time maybe in his career, a little bit of adversity, and this is what we need to see from these young fighters coming through, Andy, isn't it? They have one-way traffic early on, but at some point we have to see how they come through a little test. Yeah,
definitely. I'm sure he's boxed numerous fights as an amateur. I'm sure this will be no different to him.
Just a little recap here, some good exchanges in that round.
Swapping body shots there. Some good meaty body shots there. Best fight so far, Lem, for you tonight? That's been on.
The best fight so far, I think, so far, Blackledge and Sharps leading the race there.
Yeah. I had everyone at ringside, didn't it? Even had all the refs and judges, clapping.
Fields has come out looking to capitalise on what he did on that last round.
Yeah, he's really trying to put some leather in his punches.
Oh, letting go with both hands. I think he was taking most of those on the gloves, but I think a couple of them slipped through.
He's getting back to his jab now, just trying to keep that distance.
Yeah, just trying to draw the sting out of him, isn't he? I'm pretty sure as the clock winds down, though, just a couple of minutes left, I think we're going to see another burst or two at least, aren't we, from Ben Fields?
Yeah, definitely. He's having them little 15, 10-second bursts.
Yeah, Kane's either decided to get himself out of those exchanges, or he's been told in the corner, hasn't he? He's relying exclusively on his movement and his jab.
Yeah, just keep him moving, trying to not let Fields set them big shots. Fields really putting his foot down again in this round.
He is, just looking to prove himself stronger there. A minute left here. Kane Gardner on the retreat. Ben Fields is pouring it on here, Andy.
Yeah, it's Ben Fields' corner there, just screaming at him to carry on punching.
I know I said it a moment ago, but it's exactly the sort of test we wanted to see Kane Gardner in. Had everything his own way so far, and
it'll be a fight that he'll learn a lot from.
Exactly.
Fields, gets a lot of power in that uppercut. Notice he throws it from about knee height.
Just cut Gardner off there with a left hook and bringing him back round. Gardner just punching his way off the ropes this time. Exchange right hooks there as well. So some great exchanges in the last couple of rounds here, Andy.
Yeah, punch for punch, a couple of them.
Kane will be glad he got the first 4 in the bank there, I think.
Yeah, he boxed really nice, like you said, for 4 rounds, and Fields had a good pop at him and tested him for the last couple, but he's a fight that Kane will learn a lot from. It's a fight that he needs.
Just await the judge's decision. Hughie Fury's just appeared over your right hand shoulder. He'll be back here soon. Oh no, it's Victoria Warehouse he's fighting, isn't he, Hughie's? For his last fight was here at the Bolton Arena. That was bigger boxing geek as you. See how referee Darren Sargentson scored it? I think that's the first time we mentioned his name. It shows just how good a fight that was.
Yeah, he didn't have to get involved there, did he, at all, Darren? You know, some nice
Ladies and
boxing.
gentlemen, upon Darren Sargentson's insistence on referee, give both boxers a nice round of applause. Real fine effort from both gentlemen. After 6 absorbing rounds of welterweight action, here are the scores. 58 points to 56 points for your winner. Still undefeated, Sugar Kane.
Yeah, 58-56. 4 rounds to 2, just as we thought, Andy.
Yeah, Bob on the scoring, and really good performance there for Kane against a very, very dangerous opponent.
Well, it's been a pleasure, Andy. You know, recreated the old days there.
Well, it has been a pleasure, and we'll see you soon.
You never lose it, do you? Exit stage right, Andy Kremner, and enter stage right, Terry Dooley.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.